Welcome to our defense briefing show. Today we're kicking off with some serious news about UPS. After a tragic crash in Louisville that claimed 14 lives, UPS has decided to ground its entire MD-11 fleet indefinitely. They're working closely with Boeing and the FAA to inspect and repair these aging planes, which are over 30 years old. It's a big safety move, especially during the busy holiday season, but rest assured, they're prioritizing safety above all. Next up, exciting sports news from Toronto. The Blue Jays have made a bold move by signing star pitcher Dylan Cease to a 7-year, $210 million deal. Known for his high strikeout rate, Cease is expected to strengthen the team's rotation and help the Jays stay competitive. They're also eyeing other top players like Bichette and Kyle Tucker, showing their commitment to building a winning team for the future. Finally, let's talk about China's impressive naval advancements. They've launched their third aircraft carrier, Fujian, which features cutting-edge tech rivaling U.S. ships. China's Navy is rapidly expanding its reach, conducting global exercises and asserting dominance in the South China Sea. This growing maritime power is reshaping international norms and raising concerns about sovereignty and freedom of navigation worldwide. Now, let's get into the details. Please continue to watch for more. According to the Associated Press, UPS Airlines has made the difficult decision to ground its entire fleet of McDonnell Douglas MD-11 cargo planes indefinitely following a tragic crash in Louisville, Kentucky that resulted in the loss of 14 lives. The incident, which involved the left engine detaching during takeoff, has prompted a comprehensive review and inspection process that could extend over several months, far longer than initially anticipated. This grounding affects 109 aircraft, averaging over 30 years of age, which are crucial for package delivery, especially during peak seasons. Boeing, the manufacturer, is actively working with the FAA to develop inspection procedures and corrective measures, aiming to ensure safety before these aging planes can return to service. UPS has assured customers that contingency plans are in place to maintain deliveries despite the fleet's suspension, emphasizing the paramount importance of safety over operational continuity. CBC reports that the Toronto Blue Jays have finally secured a significant free agent signing after years of missed opportunities, striking a deal with talented pitcher Dylan Cease for 7 years at $210 million. Cease, known for his high strikeout rate, leading the league with 215 punchouts last season, brings a potent arsenal of overpowering pitches. Although his control issues with walks remain a concern, his career has been marked by notable fluctuations in performance, with standout seasons in 2022 and 2024, but less impressive years in between. The Blue Jays are eager to build a rotation featuring Cease alongside other strikeout specialists like Kevin Gausman and Shane Bieber, aiming to bolster their postseason chances. While questions about consistency and potential competition from other teams for high-profile players persist, Toronto's swift move to sign Cease signals a shift toward more aggressive roster building, demonstrating their commitment to contending. Deutsche Welle highlights the ongoing diplomatic efforts to broker peace in Ukraine, involving a complex web of international mediators. The latest negotiations feature a mix of official representatives and behind-the-scenes players, including U.S. envoys Steve Witkoff and Dan Driscoll, both with limited diplomatic backgrounds but influential connections, who are working to facilitate dialogue despite criticism. On the Russian side, key figures include Kirill Dmitriev, the head of a state investment fund, and veteran advisor Yuri Yushakov, signaling Russia's strategic involvement. These mediators are navigating a delicate balance of public statements and covert negotiations, reflecting the multifaceted and highly sensitive nature of the peace process. As global attention remains focused on ending the conflict, the roles of these figures underscore the complex diplomacy required to bring about a resolution, with international actors cautiously optimistic yet aware of the formidable challenges ahead. Nikkei Asia vividly illustrates China's remarkable strides in maritime dominance, highlighting the recent deployment of its third aircraft carrier, the Fujian, which signifies a pivotal shift in global naval power. This carrier, equipped with advanced electromagnetic catapult technology akin to the U.S. Navy's Ford class, exemplifies China's industrial prowess and its ambition to challenge American naval supremacy. Satellite imagery reveals ongoing construction of a fourth carrier, alongside a vast shipbuilding capacity that dwarfs the U.S., enabling China to produce vessels ranging from cargo ships to invasion-ready landing barges. Operationally, the Chinese Navy demonstrates increasing sophistication through complex exercises that project power far beyond regional waters, including circumnavigating Australia and conducting live-fire drills in the Tasman Sea. These assertive actions threaten established maritime norms, as China's aggressive harassment in the South China Sea and its extensive fishing fleet operating in foreign EEZs underscore its intent to secure resources and expand influence globally, making the world's oceans a potential arena for coercion and conflict. CNN reports on the ongoing diplomatic and military tensions surrounding Ukraine, emphasizing President Vladimir Putin's hardline stance amid tentative peace negotiations. While acknowledging a U.S. proposal that could serve as a foundation for future agreements, Putin maintains maximalist demands, insisting Ukraine must withdraw from territories occupied by Russia, areas that include vital strategic regions like Luhansk, Donetsk, Kherson, and Zaporizhzhia. Despite recent Russian advances, U.S. conflict analysis suggests that a swift Russian victory is not assured, yet Putin's rhetoric signals a refusal to compromise unless Ukraine capitulates fully. The Russian leader's expectation of discussions with U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff indicates a willingness to negotiate, but his refusal to abandon maximalist goals reveals the deepening impasse. The stark contrast between Russia's rigid demands and Ukraine's firm resistance underscores the fragility of peace prospects, with Moscow's insistence on territorial conquest and the West's support for Ukraine's sovereignty fueling a prolonged complex conflict that risks escalation. The Honolulu Star-Advertiser captures the warmth and community spirit of the Salvation Army's annual 1000 Blessings Thanksgiving event, where hundreds of seniors and families gather for a festive meal at the Kroc Center. The event, a cherished local tradition, provides a full holiday feast: turkey, stuffing, rice, vegetables, and pie, serving about 1,000 meals through sit-down and home delivery services. Volunteers, supported by in-house culinary teams, create a lively, festive atmosphere with live performances and decorated spaces, fostering a sense of belonging and gratitude. The event's growth reflects rising community needs, driven by economic challenges and a desire for connection, especially among working families and kapuna. Beyond the meal, stories of past Salvation Army aid, ranging from childhood toys to wartime support, highlight the organization's deep roots in the community. As the holiday season intensifies, the Salvation Army prepares for increased demand, emphasizing the importance of donations, toy drives, and volunteer support to sustain its mission of compassion and unity, reminding everyone of the power of community and shared gratitude. The Honolulu Star-Advertiser reports on Operation Keiki Shield, an ongoing multi-agency effort to combat child exploitation in Hawaii. During this 29th operation, law enforcement officers successfully arrested 3 individuals, including 2 civilians and a U.S. Navy service member who were accused of soliciting minors for sex via the internet. The operation uncovered disturbing allegations, such as offering money and attempting to meet children for sexual acts, with one suspect, Kevin Diaz, a registered sex offender with prior convictions. The initiative emphasizes the collaborative efforts of local, state, federal, and military agencies, highlighting their unwavering commitment to protecting children and bringing offenders to justice. BBC provides an update on Vladimir Putin's uncompromising stance regarding Ukraine amid ongoing peace negotiations. The Russian president reiterated that Russia would only cease its military operations if Kyiv's forces withdrew from territories Moscow claims, namely Crimea annexed in 2014, and parts of the Donbass, despite slow advances and significant human costs. Putin insists that achieving victory by force remains the primary goal, asserting that the fighting will continue until Ukraine relinquishes control of these regions. He also discussed a new draft peace plan, which he suggests could serve as a foundation for future agreements, but maintained that recognition of Russian control over Crimea and parts of Donbass remains a key point of contention. Yahoo US reports that Putin has offered to formalize in writing Russia's non-aggressive intentions toward Europe, dismissing claims that Moscow plans to invade European countries. During a press conference at the CSTO summit, he declared that such accusations are false and that Russia is open to documenting its stance to reassure European nations. Meanwhile, Putin expressed readiness for peace talks with Ukraine, emphasizing that a complete withdrawal of Ukrainian forces from the eastern provinces is essential for ending the conflict. The ongoing diplomatic efforts include upcoming visits from U.S. officials to Moscow and Kyiv, as both sides seek a resolution to a war that has persisted for over 3 years, with Putin maintaining a firm stance on Ukraine's territorial integrity and Russia's strategic objectives. Deutsche Welle reports that the United States is contemplating imposing sanctions on Nigeria amid escalating violence targeting Christians, a situation that has alarmed international observers. The potential sanctions signal Washington's concern over Nigeria's deteriorating security and human rights conditions, with some discussions even hinting at Pentagon involvement. This bold move is driven by the urgent need to address the worsening violence and to pressure Nigerian authorities to protect religious minorities. The implications of such measures could significantly impact U.S.-Nigeria relations and broader U.S.-Africa diplomacy, highlighting the complex intersection of human rights, security, and geopolitical interests. Political analyst Dr. Sam Eke and D.W.'s Ben Shimand discuss how these developments reflect the U.S.'s strategic interests in the region and the potential repercussions for Nigeria's stability and its relationship with Western powers. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6DO team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6DO Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6DO team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6DO Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6DO Brief via email.
Turn the lights on screen. What's the latest scene? Just you and me, laugh and disagree. On the couch we sit, talk about the hits, news and bits and bits.